Hello, angels! Welcome to my channel and welcome to your pick a card reading. I'm Meditation Mama, and this pick a card reading is called Will They Reach Out? First, we're going to go over the tarot portion and then we'll finish up with some oracle messages and self care cards. If you're not new to pick a card readings, then you know what to do. But if you're not familiar, what you're going to do is you are going to pick a pile or a stone that's really resonating with you. Once you've chosen a pile or a stone, go to the description box below and fast forward to the reading that you chose. This is pile 1 with the desert rose stone. This is pile number 2 with the citrine crystal. This is pile number 3 with the red jasper stone. And this is pile number 4 with the tourmaline stone. So pick a deck or a stone that's resonating with you, go to the description box below, and fast forward to your reading. Bye! You have chosen pile number 1 with the desert rose crystal. Alright, let's get right into your tarot reading. So the cards that I picked for you were the Four of Cups, the Two of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Ace of Swords. Now, the Four of Cups is where this relationship currently stands. The Two of Cups is the challenge. The advice is the High Priestess. And the likely outcome is the Ace of Swords. Now, let's start with the Four of Cups. Let me show that card to you. All right, this is the Four of Cups. Now, the Four of Cups, I kind of like to call this card the brat card. So you might be kind of a brat right now. Maybe you're not really appreciating what you have. Just like the girl in this photo, she doesn't really appreciate the cup that's still full over there. She's just focusing on those empty cups. So this could also be like being frustrated and even like feeling like you missed out on something. So currently, the relationship might be on a pause right now because of how you acted or how somebody treated you. Now, maybe you took somebody for granted, or maybe you assumed they would be everything and do everything for you. But no one can do these things for you. You have to do these things for yourself. So, for example, if you don't have love for yourself and you get into a relationship and you expect that other person to make you feel so good about yourself that you love yourself, well, I hate to break this to you, but that's not how it works. No one owes you anything, especially in a relationship. You have to be whole before you enter a relationship and not expect someone else to do that work for you. That is supposed to be done by you. Happiness is your responsibility, not somebody else's responsibility. So the challenge here is the Two of Cups. Let me show that to you. This is the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups talks about romantic partnerships, kindred spirits, connections. But I'm kind of getting the feeling that the challenge here has to do with codependency. It's like you need this person. You feel like your world is going to stop spinning if you're not together. And I think this is coming from some emotional blocks that you have not worked on, having to do with love. So a question you could ask yourself is, when was the last time you were really single and not moving into another relationship? When was the last time you really spent time alone with yourself? Do you feel worthy of a loving relationship? Because the next card here, the advice card, is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is about powerful intuition. It's a time to go forward and reflect, but it's also a time of meditation and psychic insights. Because if you look at this card, she's actually meditating. And what it talks about is she's in this meditative state and she's really accessing her intuition. So, with the high priestess, I think the advice is that the universe really wants you to go inward and start listening to your inner voice. There are things from the past having to do with relationships that you have not dealt with. Were you cheated on? Did somebody leave you for another? Did somebody lie to you? All of these emotional baggages need to be worked on before you can move into another relationship. A good way to start working on this is with meditation and let your higher self tell you what you need to work on. Then here we have the Ace of Swords. This is the outcome. The Ace of Swords is new ideas, clarity, aha moments, and truth being revealed. So I think with the Ace of Swords comes a life-changing spiritual breakthrough. It's like you're starting to shed the old way of thinking, and this could open the door to new beginnings, a new way of thinking. Maybe you start to let go of the notion that the job, like the job of a partner, is not to make you happy because that's your job. The job of your partner is to be your equal, your match, and a relationship is a two-way street where you both have to equally be giving and receiving. So, if I had to give this an answer, will this person reach out? Um, I think the answer here is yes. I do think this person is going to reach out, but I also think you really need to put in the work and make some changes if you want them to stick around. Now, this reading is not over because we have a bunch of oracle messages to get to. We're going to see where your energy is, your chakras, what you need to pay attention to, and what crystals you could work with to alleviate some of this for you in the future. Now, let's get right into your energy. So I'm going to grab these cards. I have already pre-shuffled them. Let's shuffle them one more time and see what is the energy currently surrounding this relationship. Okay, so we have one card that popped out. So the first card that came out is quieting the mind. And it definitely looks like that person is in a meditative state, just like the High Priestess. So I'm actually just going to put that right there. Now, I want to get one more card. And that one also flew out. So the card that also came out is called Ears Wide Open. I'm just going to put that right there. Now, the key concepts with ears wide open is deep listening. And as a gift we give to others, understanding someone else's needs, showing focused attention, and tuning into another and letting go of our ego's need to be heard. So, really, what this talks about is listening and not just you know, kind of listening, really sitting there and paying attention and being present in the moment and listening to what another person has to say. Because purposeful listening is an act of true respect. And when you are in a place of receptivity, letting go of the need to be heard or to be right, you become expansive and you alert to a more meaningful potential. So keep your ears wide open and you will find more than what you're searching for. Now, the next card is quieting the mind. And like I said before, I put it under the High Priestess because they both feel like they are meditating. And really the key concepts with this card is meditation. Meditation is a commitment. It's the need for silence, for peace within, despite what's going on around you, and letting go of the ego mind and really being mindful. So, with both of these cards, they really want you to take a minute, slow down, become present in your body, present in the moment, and really get any answers that you need from a higher source, from God, from the universe, from source, whatever you feel comfortable calling it. And the only way to get those answers is by quieting your mind through meditation and opening your ears and listening. Now, let's go ahead and grab some chakra cards for you. I've also pre-shuffled these cards. So let's see what chakras might need some work right now. Okay. So the card that came out is your solar plexus chakra. Sorry, I can't talk right now. And it says fearlessness. Turn your worrier into a warrior. Okay, so turn your worrier into a warrior. And the solar plexus chakra, this is your third chakra. This is where your power, your will, your drive comes in. So the universe is really wanting you to be fearless right now. If you're worrying about something, turn that worrier into a warrior. Because if you are constantly worrying about something, you are going to attract more things into your life to be worried about. And we don't want to do that. So let's get another chakra card and see. Oh, that one popped right out. This one is your root chakra, and it says grounding. Sink your roots deep. Connect them to the heart of the earth. Yes. So in times when we're feeling ungrounded or when it's getting chaotic in our lives, a really easy way to ground yourself is to just go outside and take a walk. And this doesn't have to be like an hour-long hike. You can literally just take a walk around the block for 10 minutes. But just getting outside every single day in nature will help you sink your roots deep, connect to the earth, and get grounded. Okay? Now, let me pick up these crystal cards, also pre-shuffled, and see what crystals you should be working with this week. What crystals would be good this week? Oh, that one popped out. Okay, so let me put that down. So the card that popped out for you, or the stone that popped out for you, is obsidian. I hope you can see that. It says sharp and shadows. Now, I think obsidian was the perfect stone to pop out for you because obsidian will help you let go of emotional blocks and it will help you let go of things that are no longer serving you. And just like what it says, sharp and shadows, obsidian is sharp like a knife. And it will help you cut the ties that bind you to any emotional things that you are still holding on to. Obsidian is the stone that you should meditate with, that you should work with when you are trying to release anything that is holding you back or any emotional traumas or anything that you want to let go of. So when you want to let go of something fast and you're ready to make that cut, call on the obsidian stone to help you do this. It will give you extra power when trying to cut those cords. Now, last but not least, let's go ahead and get a self-care message. And again, I've already shuffled these, but let's see what pops out. So pile one. What is the self-care message? Oops. Okay, thank you. So let me grab this. Let's see. Okay, the self-care message for you is make a meal. Let me see, where should I put this? That right there. Now, the mantra with this card is I am nourished by food infused with love. So, what this card really wants you to do is to nourish your body with love and with healthy food. So, it wants you to go out there, cook a meal for yourself, enjoy cooking the meal, and then really sit there, be present in the moment, and enjoy the meal that you've cooked for yourself. Another thing this card talks about is what was your favorite meal from childhood? Um, I guess my favorite meal from childhood was pizza because my parents are from Chicago and they love pizza. So if I were going to try to recreate something, I would probably try to recreate a deep dish pizza from Chicago, and I would make it from scratch. It would take me all day, and then I would be present while I was eating it, and it would make me feel so good that I was able to recreate something that I used to enjoy as a child and then sit there in the present moment enjoying it. So, really, I think to sum up this reading, there's definitely some emotional things that you have to let go of. Your person is going to reach out, but they may not stick around if you don't let go of these things that are no longer serving you. So, really quiet your mind, take some time to meditate, and really get those answers from within. Be fearless. Turn your worrying into a warrior. Ground yourself. Get out every single day. Take a 10-minute walk just around the block just to get out and get into the earth and connect your roots into the earth. Then, when you're really ready to let go and work on these things, use obsidian as a stone to help you with this. Obsidian will give you extra energy. Remember, it is sharp like a knife and it will cut through any ties that bind you that are no longer serving you. And then when this is all said and done, go and make your favorite meal and really sit there and enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed your pick a card reading. If you have more questions, stick around for the next reading. If you enjoyed this reading, please make sure to share this reading with someone else who will also enjoy it. And last but not least, don't forget to hit the subscribe button on your way out so you can get notified when I upload new videos. Also, if you're into positivity, follow me on Instagram where I will be uploading positivity every day. So until next time, bye! You have chosen pile number 2. Okay, let's get right into your tarot reading, group number 2. The 4 cards that I pulled for you were the Nine of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Sun. Now, the Nine of Swords is where your relationship currently stands. The Ace of Fire is the challenge. The King of Wands is the advice. And the likely outcome is the Sun. Now, let me show you the Nine of Swords. Hope you can see that. So, where the relationship currently stands, the Nine of Swords is your thoughts and mentally what you're doing to yourself. And take a look at that card. In this card, it looks like anxiety, fear, sleepless nights. If you look, you can see a pillow next to her and the birds are flying over her head. So this signifies to me that you or someone else is losing sleep over this relationship. It's like you can't stop thinking about it and your thoughts are just killing you. The one thing with thoughts, especially negative thoughts, is that the more you think negatively, the more negativity you will attract into your life. And the only way to stop negative thoughts is to just stop. So find something every single day to be grateful for, even something small, and you will begin to turn that around. Next with the challenge is the Ace of Fire. The Ace of Fire is seeds of potential. This is new ideas, fire, passion. So I think what the challenge in this relationship was the fire, the passion between the two of you. Maybe you've never even felt chemistry this crazy before with another person. Maybe this fire, this chemistry scared you, or maybe it scared the other person. And if this fire scared the other person, it would make sense that you would feel like the Nine of Swords because they might have pulled back from the relationship. Maybe they even ghosted you. So now you're left, beating yourself up thinking, what did I do wrong? The advice is the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is confident. He's a leader. He's fearless. And I think the advice for you is you need to embody this King of Wands energy. Stop being the Nine of Swords. Stop overanalyzing the situation. Stop negatively thinking about things. And stop thinking about what you did wrong. Flip this script. What would the King of Wands be telling himself? What would he be saying to himself? I personally think if the King of Wands was saying something, he would say, I'm amazing. And if I created too much fire for that person, well, then their loss, because I'll attract someone else who can take my fire. And once you flip that script on the things that you say to yourself, you would be surprised how fast things begin to change in your life. So really work on flipping this script. Now, the likely outcome is the Sun. The Sun is the most positive card in the deck. The Sun is abundance, success, positivity, self-love, and just tons and tons of happiness. So I think when you get back to a place of self-love, positivity, and positive self-talk, that's when this person is going to reach out. And they will reach out because the energy around you has completely changed. Instead of this energy, you're going to have this energy. And I would be way more attracted to somebody with this energy than with that energy. So the big question is, will this person reach out? Yes, they are going to reach out, but they will reach out after you have gotten rid of this Nine of Swords and really embodied the King of Wands and brought the Sun back into your life. Because, like I said before, who wants to reach out to the Nine of Swords energy? I don't. I want to reach out to this happy Sun energy. Now, don't go anywhere. This reading is not over. We have a ton of oracle messages to get for you. So let's go ahead. Oops. I'm not going to take that because that just fell out and I haven't even shuffled yet. But maybe I should take, I don't know. I'm going to shuffle. Let's see. What is the energy currently surrounding you? What is the energy? That's a lot of energy. So I can't take all these cards because these are a lot of cards. You know what though? I'm going to take that one that did not flip over. Now put these back. Let's see if I can get one more card. Okay, that one did flip over. So let's see. The first one, I like this. You can see it says a merry motive. So let's put that there. I'm going to put it right under the Sun because they kind of look like the same color, and I like that. The second card that came out for you is Feeling the World. Let's put those there. Now, I really like these cards because they have to do with different chakras and your energy bodies. So, the first card that came out, this Merry Motive card, this card actually has to do with your third chakra, your solar plexus chakra, your will. This is where your power comes from, and it's also yellow. So that would make sense why I liked it underneath the sun. Now, the messages with the third chakra are personal power, assertiveness, movement, individuality, joy, transformation. That's where all of this happens in your third chakra. The biggest takeaway from this Merry Motive card is you really want to know why you're doing something. What is the reason behind why you're doing it? Are you doing it because somebody else wants you to do it? Or are you doing something because it truly makes you happy or it truly brings you joy? Because something that I said with the tarot reading is that when you have negative thoughts and you're consistently thinking negative thoughts, what you're going to do is you're going to attract more things to think negatively about in your life. And like I said before, the only way to change that is to just flip that script. And when you flip that script, you will attract more things to be happy about. And something that this card talks about is that, like, if you are envious of others or competitive with others, you're always going to feel like you don't have enough. And if you focus on gratitude and compassion for others, you will see even more reasons to be grateful and loving. More things will come into your life to be grateful for that you love. And when you look for abundance, abundance will multiply in your life. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. So focus your energy on positive things. Now, the second card that came out, Feeling the World, this has to do with water. This is your second chakra. So this has to do with your sexuality, intimacy, pleasure, desire, and feelings. Now, what this card really talks about is feeling. And it really wants you to feel your energy with people. Like, I know that there are some people that when you hang out with them, it's like you feel charged full of positive energy. And then there's other people that you can hang out with that will completely suck the life out of you and drain your energy. And when you have situations like that, no matter how charismatic the person is, your body is trying to tell you something. When you're hanging out with somebody and you feel drained by them, that person is not good for you. And you have to know when to set your boundaries and trust your instincts and really take care of yourself. Another thing this card talks about is people pleasing. People pleasing will not give you what you truly need. Empathy is beautiful and important, and it just has to be balanced in order for you to access its wonderful gifts. So today, celebrate the beauty of your sensitivity and that of others. So, one of the messages to take away from this card is to not become codependent on people. And I think that this was a great card to put under the Nine of Swords because in the beginning of the reading, I did talk about that you may have felt like this person was the one or that you don't know what to do without them. That is codependency. And you need to be whole before you can get into a relationship. So be whole all on your own and really embody that King of Wands energy, especially if you want this person to reach out to you. Now let me go ahead and let's pull some chakra cards here. What are the chakra messages? Oh, I saw one flip over. Okay, so the first chakra message that came out for you is for your throat chakra, and it says truth. Speak from your heart. It is the only thing worth listening to. Yes, that is very true. When you speak from your heart, that is the only thing worth listening to. Oops, that card just popped out. Okay, so the second card that popped out is from your root chakra, and it says strength. Strength comes from the connection to the root of your being. So a really easy way to root yourself into your being is with meditation. And strength comes from your connection to the root of your being. So the more you can meditate and connect with the energy of everything, the stronger you will get. Now let me put those back and let's see what crystal would be really good and beneficial for you to work with right now. What crystal would be really good for group 2? Ooh. All right. So the crystal that came out for you is you, only so much more. And that crystal is ruby. So ruby, I think, would be a perfect stone for you to be working with right now. Now, ruby is a very powerful love stone. And one of the things that it says about this stone is that ruby can fill you up or drain you dry. And like love, ruby serves as an amplifier. It magnifies both your positive and negative traits. It can lead you to courage and self-confidence or self-doubt and loathing. So you really want to work on your 9 of swords, this negative thinking that you have, before you start working with the ruby. Once you have let this go, then you can really amplify this love energy that you have when you meditate with the ruby stone. But just remember, it does work as an amplifier. So if you have not cleared out that energy, it will just amplify it more for you. So definitely work on clearing that energy out and work with the ruby stone. Now let's grab one self-care message. Oh, okay, that was quick. So the self-care message that came out for you is soak in the bath. I want that message. I want to take a bath. Now, the mantra of this card is let the healing waters restore me. And so the ritual that this card would like you to do is to take some time for yourself and really soak in a bath. And what it talks about is actually doing the things in this picture, like lighting candles, put some crystals around your tub, put some aromatherapy oil in there, and maybe even put some Epsom salt, because Epsom salt will cleanse, it will transmute any sort of energy. And if you have any sort of negative energy attached to you, taking a salt bath will really help clear that energy out. So tonight, go ahead and take a bath and really pamper yourself. Take the time and, wash your hair, wash your skin, put some really nice lotion on, and sit there and just enjoy soaking in that bath and letting all of that negativity or anything that's worrying you throughout your day and just let it go. Now, I hope you enjoyed your pick a card reading. If you have any more questions, stick around for the next reading. If you enjoyed this reading, please make sure to share it with someone else who will also enjoy it. Last but not least, don't forget to hit the subscribe button on your way out so you can get notified when I upload new videos. Also, if you're into positivity, follow me on Instagram where I will be uploading positivity every single day. So until next time, see you then. Bye. You have chosen pile number 3. All right, group number 3, let's go ahead and get right into the tarot reading. So, the cards that I pulled for you were the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. I totally just noticed this. I have 2 queens and 2 fours. Interesting. So, the Queen of Swords, this is going to be where your relationship currently stands. The Queen of Wands, this is the current challenge. The Four of Pentacles is the advice. And then the Four of Wands is the possible outcome. Now, let's start here with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is an excellent communicator. She is a quick thinker, but sometimes her words can be sharp and cold. They can cut like a knife. So, if there is currently no communication between you and another person, it may have been because you spoke your truth to somebody. Now, speaking your truth is really important in a relationship, but sometimes the way that you say something is what really affects people. You may have been like a little too sharp or a little too cold with your words. You want to speak your truth, but you don't want to hurt your partner in the process. You really want to open up that cup of emotions and put yourself in the other person's shoes and see how your words really affected that other person. Then here with the Queen of Wands, this is the current challenge. We now have 2 queens right next to each other. One a fire sign and one an air sign. They couldn't be more different, but similar at the same time. This could totally be you and your partner, especially if one is a fire sign and one is an air sign. But the Queen of Wands is that person who walks into a room and everyone notices her. She's warm, she's passionate, she's bold and magnetic. This queen also speaks her truth. Now, I think what the challenge with this relationship, it could be jealousy. So if you think about it, 2 queens, okay? 2 queens walk into a party together. Right off the bat, people are coming up to the Queen of Wands. They are attracted to her energy the second she walks into the room. The Queen of Swords isn't getting the same attention. She could get a little jealous, and that could explain why some sharp words could have been said. It could have been said out of jealousy. Now, here with the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles is it's like mostly about financial stability and savings and accepting your own self-worth. So another thing that this card talks about is not holding on to something because you're afraid of losing it. Because when you do this, you come from a place of lack. And when you manifest from a place of lack, you're just going to attract more lack into your life. So this card really wants you to be more generous. And I personally think it wants you to be more generous with your love and your heart. Because the Queen of Swords has her cup of emotions locked up. And it's time to open up that cage and stop being so cold. Because if you want more love in your life, you first have to be the love that you want. And once you are the love that you want, that's when you can attract that love back. Because you're not going to attract warm love when you're using sharp, cold words. Then here, the possible outcome is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands in this deck kind of reminds me of Burning Man. Let me show that to you. I hope you know what Burning Man is. So if you look at this picture, it's like a gathering of souls, it's people coming together, it's stability in relationships, and this card can even mean marriage. So it looks like you two are coming together in a spiritual union with someone, and I think it's definitely this Queen of Wands. So look at this card. It's actually kind of funny because the two women are dancing around here together. They're celebrating, they're having an amazing time, and it looks like you've really been putting the work on releasing your cup of emotions and releasing the jealousy that you have towards this Queen of Wands. So, something to remember with this relationship is the Queen of Wands is a positive, upbeat person full of life. And when you bring your Debbie Downer attitude back, that fire is going to disappear. So really focus on being positive because if you can have a positive mindset, this person is totally going to reach out to you. So the answer to this question is this person going to reach out to you? I think the answer is yes. This person is going to reach out to you. But just remember, do not bring in that Debbie Downer attitude because that fire will disappear really fast. Now, this reading is not over because we have a lot of oracle messages to get to. So let's go ahead and see what is going on with your chakras. What is going on with the energy in your chakras? Now, the first card that came out is Willing Release. Now let's get one more. What other chakra messages do you have? Just going to take the one that flew out. This one is called A Grand Symphony. Now, I really like these cards because they actually correlate to your chakras. So the first card that came out, the Willing Release card, this card actually correlates with your crown chakra. And this is where your spirituality comes from, your liberation, your understanding, your wisdom, your God consciousness. That's where this energy comes from. So this energy is coming from your crown chakra. Now, I really think what this card wants you to work on is the release of, like what I said before, the release of your, sharp, cold tongue that cuts like a knife. Because, like I said before, this sharp coldness is going to put that flame out really fast in this relationship. And that you have to remember that in a relationship, it is a two-way street, it is a give and take. And a partnership is a co-creative partnership. It's two people creating something. So a willing release would be, releasing that you have to have every single thing your way. If you want this partnership, it's got to be 50-50. So work on releasing some of these things that are no longer serving you in this relationship. Then next we have this Grand Symphony card. This card has to do with your heart chakra. This is where your love comes from, compassion, community, forgiveness, unconditional acceptance, wholeness, inner peace. And what this card really wants you to focus on is being your unique self, for only you can bring your own special harmony to the symphony of the world. Another thing that this card talks about is the grand scheme of things. And we really have to be selfless and put the we before me, seeing yourself as part of the whole that unifies us all. Can you fully embrace the concept of unity and diversity by celebrating all the notes in the symphony? So this card really wants you to be a co-creator in life and also a co-creator in your relationship. And like I said just a minute ago, a relationship is a two-way street. It's not a one-way street where one person does all the work or plans everything. Both people contribute to the relationship or the grand symphony. Both people play a part. Everybody has an instrument, and when we come together, a beautiful symphony is heard. Now let's get some magic cards for you. Let's see what the magic card has to say. All right, so this card says it is a time to shine. Creates the energetic resonance for golden opportunities. Yes, and it is right in the light, shining your golden opportunities. So this is going to be your time to really step up and open up that cup of emotions and really change yourself, especially if you want this relationship. Remember, release these things that are no longer serving you and become a co-creator. Now let's see if there's any other magic messages. Okay. Ooh, I like this one. Prosperity. A prosperous, sorry, I can't talk right now. A prosperous business with riches and success. So something that you're working on, either like a self business or even just something that you're working on is going to be extremely prosperous for you. And it's going to bring you riches and success. And I definitely like that. Oh, and I got that one more message. And the last message for you is achievement. Win the award, accolade, or contract. So it definitely looks like this is going to be your time to shine. I think this is going to be your time to celebrate. So, work on releasing these things and being a co-creator because now is your time to shine. There is so much prosperity, riches, success that's coming in for you because you are about to win. All right, so let me go ahead, put that down, and get a crystal card for you and see what would be a good crystal for you to work with. All right, so the crystal card that came out for you is Hermitite. And the motto on the top, it says, anchor in. So like it said on the top of this card, anchor in. And what this card talks about is like if your thoughts are running rampant, if your energy is going all these different directions, Hermitite will anchor you in. It will ground you to your heart. It will connect you to the center of your heart. And this stone is a very iron-rich stone. So let the structure of this iron-rich stone support your thoughts and anchor your emotions so you can bring the best self forward and ripple that energy out to all the people around you. So, a couple things to think about with hematite is structure. This is definitely something to reflect on, and the questions that you can ask yourself are, where does structure appear in my life? Are you comfortable with structure or do you rebel against it? Does pushing against structure help you understand yourself and your position on issues that spark your spirit? So, those are definitely questions that you can ask yourself, but I would definitely suggest to work and meditate with hematite, especially if you really want to, ground in those energies and anchor yourself in. This stone will help you feel connected to the greater whole. And I definitely, I remember saying that before. Now let's get one last self-care message. What would be the self-care message? That one popped out. Let me just put those back. All right, so the self-care message for you is aromatherapy. And I love aromatherapy. The mantra with the aromatherapy card is I'm in touch with all of my senses and I find bliss in exploring them. So, aromatherapy is a really powerful tool, and this can help you connect with plants, flowers, and just the environment around you. So, today, take some time and notice what you smell. Pay close attention to how different scents make you feel. Like for me, I don't know why, but vanilla is one of those scents that I just love, and I love it from my childhood. So, something that you can also do that's like a ritual is every single day you can pick your favorite aromatherapy, like vanilla or lavender or something like that, and you can just anoint yourself with that essential oil. And then basically, you will just be walking around all day as a personal aromatherapy diffuser. And if you want, you can get a diffuser and put that by your bed for an extra boost. But if you've never worked with aromatherapy, you can definitely do a simple Google search and find a scent for whatever it is that you're currently working on. Like if you're working on releasing things, there's an aromatherapy for that. And if you're working on your solar plexus chakra, there is aromatherapy that will assist you in that too. Then, once you find your favorite aromatherapy scent, let me know in the comment box below what's your favorite aromatherapy scent. Like I said before, mine is vanilla. So I hope you enjoyed this pick a card reading. If you have any more questions, stick around for the next reading. If you enjoyed this reading, please make sure to share it with someone else who will also enjoy it. And last but not least, don't forget to hit the little like button and subscribe to my channel on your way out so you can get notified when I upload new videos. Also, if you're into positivity, follow me on Instagram where I will be uploading positivity every single day. And until next time, I will see you then. Bye! You have chosen pile number 4 with the Black Obsidian Stone. All right, group number 4, let's get right into your tarot reading. So the 4 cards that I picked for you were the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. Now, the Eight of Cups is where your relationship currently stands. The Nine of Swords is the challenge. The Six of Pentacles is the advice. And the Knight of Swords is the outcome. So let's get right into this Eight of Cups. Let me show this card to you. Okay, so the Eight of Cups, the energy here is energy of walking away, letting go, leaving the old behind. This actually is not a bad energy. And if you look at the girl in this picture, what she has done is a burning bowl ritual. Each one of these bowls were old habits, beliefs, or ideas. And by burning these old things, she has cleansed herself, and she knows now that she deserves so much more. She's like, girl, bye. Now, having to do with this relationship where it currently stands, it looks like it has come to an end. And now that you have closed the door to what is no longer serving you, you can open the door to something so much better. And I really like this, past relationship. I mean, I really, I really feel like this past relationship took a toll on you because the challenge here is the Nine of Swords. So let's look at this. The Nine of Swords. This is your thoughts and mentally what you're doing to yourself. So in this card, it looks like anxiety, fear, and sleepless nights. And if you look at the card, you can see a pillow next to the girl and birds flying over her head. And this signifies to me that you're losing sleep over this relationship. And it's like you can't stop thinking about it, and your thoughts are just tormenting you. And I think what's happening is you're second guessing yourself. You're probably thinking, did I make a huge mistake? What if I never find anybody else? What if I end up all alone? Now, the thing with these self-defeating thoughts is that the more you think negatively, the more negativity you will attract into your life. So stop thinking like that. You have to know that the decision you made was the right choice and the universe has your back. Now it's time for you to have your back. Because here with the Six of Pentacles, this is the advice. So yes, relationships are a two-way street of giving and receiving. A relationship will not work if one person does all the giving and the other does all the receiving. So for example, if one person gives all of their love and the other does all the receiving, well, that's not a balanced relationship. Because who wants to be in a relationship where they give love and they don't ever receive it back? Relationships are a two-way street, and the next relationship that you get into will be a balanced relationship where you both equally give and receive love. Because here the possible outcome is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is fast action, fast decision making. And to me, when I look at this card, it looks like the knight is running as fast as he can. He is trying to get on that bike and take off. Let me show that to you. So, do I think your person is going to reach out? No. I don't think this person is going to reach out. But you have to ask yourself a question. Do you really want them to? Did you really want this one-way street energy where you give and you never receive? No, I mean, I wouldn't want that, and you deserve so much better. You don't ever have to let anyone tell you otherwise. And even yourself, don't let yourself tell you that you don't deserve the love that you really want. This is the time when you need to be your biggest cheerleader because your soulmate is out there. So work on being the love that you want so you can attract that love into your life. Now don't go anywhere because we have a ton of oracle messages to get to. So let's go ahead and start with this. I've already pre-shuffled the deck, but this deck has to do with your chakras. Okay, now a bunch of cards flipped over, and that is just way too many. So let me put those back. Do I have another one? Okay, thank you. So the card that popped out is Ears Wide Open. So really listening. But let's get another card. All right. So the second card that popped out for you is Birds of a Feather. Birds of a feather flock together. So let's start with this ears wide open card. This card comes from your throat chakra. So your throat chakra is where your sound comes from. This is communication, creativity, writing, being heard, and sharing your vibration. So what this card wants you to do is to really slow down and stop multitasking and checking your phone and thinking of what you're going to do next and really be fully present and listen. This is like deep listening, understanding somebody else's needs and showing focused attention, especially when somebody else is talking. Like if your partner, or like if let's say you're on a date and you're trying to talk to somebody and they're texting on their cell phone, then they're not really present in the moment and they're not really listening to you. So get off your phone, you know, be present in the moment. And when somebody is having a conversation with you, listen to them. Be present in the moment and really listen to what that person is saying. And just remember, when you listen, that can also show a sign of true respect to somebody, and vice versa. If somebody is not truly listening to you, that should say a lot about that person. Now, let's move on to Birds of a Feather, because this card actually comes from your fourth chakra, your heart chakra. This is where your love comes from, your compassion, acceptance, peace, wholeness. This is where this card lies. The main takeaway from this Birds of a Feather message is, or card, is to really find birds of a feather that you can flock together with. And this could be a group of friends, a group in your community, a Facebook group, a mastermind group, or any kind of group that you can just join in person, online, or whatever. Because when you can be with a community of like-minded people, that is the best thing where you can flourish. When you're part of a network, when you're part of like-minded, like-hearted people, when you can understand the value of this community, then you will discover everything that you're hoping for and so much more. So, one thing that I'm kind of getting from this birds of a feather flock together is that when you do things that you truly enjoy doing, that's when you can find your soulmate. So, I'm actually getting the feeling that once you go out and join a group or community or doing something with a like-minded individual, this might actually be the place where you find your soulmate. And when you get to this place, make sure that you are listening. Be respectful, put your cell phone down, don't be texting while somebody else is talking, and really show them the respect that they deserve. And that person is going to come in for you. Now let's go ahead and get some magic messages. So I've already pre-shuffled, but let's see. Oh, that really popped out fast. Okay. So the first card for you is Achievement. Yes, win the award. So it looks like you are going to be winning. Hashtag winning. Let's see what other messages are coming out. Oh, see, that fell on the floor. So that second card that came out is Water. Work with the element of water for healing, purification, and refinement. So a really good way to work with water for healing is to take a bath. And something that is really cleansing is a saltwater bath. So if you have like Celtic sea salt or Epsom salt at your house, it might be really beneficial to do like an energy clearing on yourself and take a saltwater bath. Now let's get one more magic message and see. Ooh, Mystic Star. Harmony in the home and great friendships. So I think that this Mystic Star energy is definitely going to come in with this community of like-minded people, these birds of a feather. So when you get to this group, this community, you are definitely going to make wonderful, great friendships. Now actually, forgot. I'm going to grab a crystal card for you and see what would be a good crystal for you to work with. All right, so the card that flipped over for you is Clear Quartz. The only thing, that's what it says at the top. So one thing that the Clear Quartz card talks about is like a reset. So what in your life needs a reset? Maybe it's a physical space like your desk, or maybe it's a belief or a conviction. So if you could return one aspect of your life to the factory setting, what would it be? Now, some other things with this clear quartz card is that it can help you with a lot of energy, like transmuting a lot of energy. So if incoming energy from other people is overwhelming to you, this clear quartz can definitely help with that. So what you can do is you can, carry around a clear quartz with you in your pocket. You can wear a necklace. Um, but it's like rebooting your computer to the factory settings. It can erase bugs and glitches, but you'll also lose things that you've intentionally added. So be sure that when you have this crystal, that it's dedicated to this specific ritual. One thing with the clear quartz is you'll see a lot of people using clear quartzes as wands because clear quartz allows you to amplify and direct your energy. If you could amplify and direct your energy, what would you create? What problems would you solve? So, to work with this crystal, what you would want to do in the morning is to set the intention to send any excess energy that you encounter throughout your day into the crystal. And then each evening, reset the crystal by laying it on a bed of salt, or you can just put it in the moonlight overnight, and it will clear the crystal from any sort of excess energy that you pick up from around your day. Now, last but not least, we're just going to get a self-care oracle message, and I have already pre-shuffled. So that card flew under my desk. And the card that came out for you is movement. Put that there. So with this movement card, what it wants you to do is to create a clear energy flow throughout your body by introducing a new movement practice into your life. And this can be so many things. I mean, movement is anything where you move your body. So this could be walking, running, swimming, yoga, hiking, so many things. Start small and work your way up, especially if you live a very sedentary life. If you work in an office all day, make sure to get out on your lunch break for a quick 10-minute walk and really get your body moving just for 15 minutes a day and see how that movement practice really makes you feel. And then if you have movement blocks, like If you start making excuses as to why you can't go out and, take a 10-minute walk or why you can't go to your yoga class today, you know, figure out what these blocks are. Work through these blocks and move more freely. Movement really helps you get present and grounded in your body. And the best thing for me for movement is dance. I love to dance, and I'm not even that great at it, but I will go on YouTube and I will put on a dance video and I will shake what my mama gave me. And if you want a really easy dance class on YouTube, look up, gosh, what is it called? Oh, Move with Color. Move with Color. This guy does really short dance classes. They're only like 10 to 15 minutes, and he's from Australia. He's really cool and he's super easy to follow. So make sure to get in there and move your body. Work with that clear quartz, especially if you have like an excess of energy. Clear that crystal out at the end of each day and transmute that energy. And then make sure to join like-minded individuals, join a group, join a mastermind group, and, let those ears be open and respectful when you're communicating with these people because you never know. You might find your soulmate there. So I hope you enjoyed your reading for this week. If you enjoyed this reading, please make sure to share it with someone else who will also enjoy it. Last but not least, don't forget to hit the subscribe button on your way out so you can get notified when I upload new videos. Also, if you're into positivity, follow me on Instagram where I will be uploading positivity every single day. So, until next time, I will see you then. Bye.